Top of the morning, evening, night, or day, ladies and gentlemen. This is me here today on behalf of Well Prepared Men, and I hope everyone is well and good. In today's video, we're going to talk about military boots. We have a pair here to unbox. So if that sounds right up your alley, don't forget to stay up until the very end. Roll the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain, and the following video is for subscribed devices only.
Before we actually get to unboxing these boots, I want to talk to you about these boots. These are my military boots. I picked these up in 2020 something. I picked these up in 2019 and they've been with me since. I've hiked roughly 2,500 kilometers with these boots, as you can see by these worn out soles. It's actually funny because I wore out the back more than I did this area here for some reason. Apparently I do have a weird way of walking. These boots didn't last me a lifetime because of my own stupidity. And the reason why is because I didn't know I was meant to take care of these boots. I thought you wore the boots and sometimes you polish them, but you're meant to do that after every intensive hike or when the boots come in contact with water. And what happened to my boots is that they started cracking, and it's just super weird. I've never actually seen this before, but it makes sense because I only really polished these boots once in my 6 years of ownership. I basically killed these boots sooner than they were meant to die, but I'm gonna wear them until they die. What we're gonna talk about is a replacement which I will wear once these die. Unlike these boots, I will look after them, so they last me a lifetime. If I looked after the leather bit, once I got to this part here, I could just replace the sole and have a brand new boot. But because I didn't look after the leather bit, this is beginning to crack all over the place. See there? Anyway, these are my favorite boots of all time. They are British military boots. I picked them up in a surplus store before one of the biggest camping trips of my life. And they didn't disappoint me. They did an amazing job. Actually, they did a job so good that I still have them. So it goes to show how great these boots are. I freaking love these boots. The brand is, I think it's Altberg or something like that. Yeah, Altberg. Anyway, the boots we're gonna unbox today are from the Italian army. So those are from the British army. These ones here are from the Italian army. The seller didn't do a great job of wrapping these boots. I could open this without a knife, I think. It's a little bit barbaric, but it's fun. Oh wow. Something that I noticed straight away is that these are more beautiful than my old boots. I don't know, this seems like a more all-terrain boot type of... This is a monster truck of boots. This might be a classier monster truck. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks nicer. It looks cleaner. The British military boot has got this thing here on the side, which it might actually do a great job with the boot integrity. But in terms of design, it just looks less clean than this one, which is just one unified piece. Anyway, really cool boots. And here they are. Now these boots were listed in very good condition, but they appear to me as almost new. Like, you do see there is some wear here, but essentially these are not worn. I think the previous owner just wore it once or twice for the novelty of it and then put them on a shelf. But I'm gonna be using these at some point, so I'm happy that they are tough boots. They do appear very tough. I really like this sole. It's a little bit bigger than the boots that I had previously. Maybe when this was brand new, it had a higher heel, but it's also got this thing here on the side, which is not rubberized. It feels like a tough thing. I don't know what this is, but this is rubber from top to bottom. So again, it makes for a cleaner look of the boot. And then there's this thing here in the back. I was seeing it myself and not showing you. There's this thing here in the back which allows you to fold your ankle. Well, not fold your ankle, but you know, do that with, you know what I mean. The Italian Army boot is also considerably heavier than the British Army boot. So that is interesting. They're slightly taller than the British military boot. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that because I already thought these boots were pretty tall. So this for me is one of the things that I guess I don't like about this boot as much. I like the rugged, compact format. This feels like I have way too much boot, but in scenarios with a lot of water, I bet that is a good thing, and I'm just not being as grateful as I should be to have this extra amount of boot. That is my first impressions on the Italian Army boot. I hope you have enjoyed this video. At some point, I'm gonna wear these boots, but I'm gonna kill these first. And yeah, this is a great boot also, so don't be just focused on these, focus on these also. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. I want to thank you for being here today, and I hope that you learned something new. This is your boy logging out. Peace.